Hello everybody, here we are going to discuss the obstacles in chaining pertaining to land surveying. So as we move in land surveying, there are obstacles that prevent direct measurement, that is the distance that can be taken up by a chain or a tape. It's difficult to take it, and we'll take up the situations as we proceed. And these references come along as we find the obstacles in a particular categories and being categorized in three forms. The one that obstruct the line of sight, and those which obstruct the chaining, that is the measurement in a direct form. And then there are few others, which is very common one, which affects both chaining and even the measurement, that is the ranging and measurement. And some of the common examples are like building, river and hill. So we are going to discuss in this video all of them and how we overcome these obstacles in particular as well. Right here is the first method, in which there is a pond in between, or you can also assume a river in a similar form. And now in this thing we cannot take the measurements by chain or by any other method, that is even tape included. So the ranging line is supposed to be in this direction from A to B position. So let a ranging rod be placed over here and a ranging rod be placed over here. As you know that we need at least 3 ranging rods. So when you put 3 ranging rods and when they are aligned in a straight line, the ranging is complete. So this is my A rod, this is my B rod, and this is my C rod over here. So now the ranging that we require is from this point, and we are going to range in this direction in such a way that these 3 ranging rods come in one line. So this is the first method in which the obstruction is related to the measurement. Now this is a second obstruction in which we are unable to range as well as chain the line. So assuming that this is our ranging rod again, A1, B and C. Now these 2 ranging rods will not be ranged because of the obstruction in the center, that is of a building, and we cannot look of course through a building. So how we are going to manage these 2 issues we are going to discuss in this video. So I'll just take you down to a different. So now we'll consider this figure, and in this figure we will place a ranging rod on this line in such a way that we are able to easily assess the sides of area of the land, and wherever we are going to take this line, we just produce this line absolutely straight from this point. We are going to move, and this line will be taken up to such a point where we reach the other side of the pond, and from there we are going to drop a perpendicular right at this point. So there should be a perpendicular right at this point. That is, if you call, so we will form a 90-degree angle, and from there we will drop a perpendicular where we form a 90-degree angle in such a way that we can use the Pythagoras theorem over here. So now, labeling these parts, let this be A, B and C. So I think so there is no issue in it, as you all know. So here we'll use a Pythagoras theorem, and with the help of this we can take out the distance, that is our required distance AC over here. So this is the first method in which we are not able to use the tape. So once we get AC, then we can place the rod and it will be easily converted, right? And the other method is, here we have a building, and I will just take the top view of the building to make things easy in the video. So let's draw it down, right? So here we will select 2 points before the building first. This is your building, and here we are going to select 2 points where we will place our ranging rods. So this is the first ranging rod that we are placing, and this is the second ranging rod that we are placing, and then finally we place a third rod over here, and we will range this line. That is, this line should be ranged before the building over here. Place a cross staff over here, and from a cross staff you can get a perpendicular line which will go ahead over here in such a way that it falls outside the building, right over here. Then we will draw another, bring the cross staff at the other point. You can name it as E and F, or as you feel like. So I'm naming as E and F. So this point is E and the other one is F. So over here I will now again place the cross staff placed again at this location, and with the help of that we will put another ranging rod somewhere around here, and we will make sure that the distance is equal. So you can measure this distance over here from here, right? So we'll measure this distance, say this is 5 meters, then this should be also 5 meters. Both of them should be 5 meters each. (5 meter and 5 meter each. Now since these two are 5 meters each, now what we can do, since we have already these 2 points now which are at 5 meters here, right? So these are the 2 points that are 5 meters. You can place a cross staff again back somewhere here, and after placing the cross staff you will keep a ranging rod at this point over here, and when you keep the ranging rod over here you will easily be able to mark this point onto the ground. So you put a ranging rod here, right? I'll just change the color over here, right? And then when you get this line absolutely straight after putting the cross staff over here, you look towards this side, that is towards the side of the other ranging rod which has been placed at 5 meters from the cross staff, and you keep on producing this line in such a way that it crosses over the building, right? Now again select any 2 points on this particular line that you have already ranged. Mind you, you should have a chain and lime, that is for creating a indications onto the ground, marking for it, and a second marking over here with this, and then you drop this line again 5 meters from here and 5 meters from here. So these two are going to be 5 meters each. Now since you have these points, again over here you can place a ranging rod or an arrow or otherwise a peg, or as you required, any of these things, and then you can draw a line straight through this line, and this will go down as your ranging point. Now there are certain difficulties in ranging regarding the procedure. So I have already put down the right procedure of ranging and how the ranging should be done. So if your ranging is inaccurate, you should realize that you will have definitely error in it. Now as you are looking over here, this line is not looking very straight to you, right? But it is still a straight line. This is a straight line. A straight line is any line that can be drawn either way. I'll just give you a brief explanation. Like this is a straight line, this is a straight line, this is a straight line. So these are all straight lines. So don't get confused. The ranging does not have to be absolutely parallel to the building. Your ranging has to be absolutely in line. So this is the second way of doing the ranging when your ranging and chaining both are obstructed. So if you like the video, write to me and I will continue. And my best wishes to you. This video is already available in Hindi and I'll give you the link below.